Today I'm going to show you how to change the oil on a 2005 Toyota Highlander V6. This Toyota Highlander has 243,000 miles. So to start with changing the oil, all you're going to need is the, of course, the oil. This one we use the 530. Which is recommended here. If you look on the oil filler cap there, 5W30. Also, we need the oil filter. Doesn't really matter which brand. You want to use a little bit more premium brand. That's up to you. But this car has over 200,000 miles, so I just pick whatever. You're also gonna need some sort of oil filter wrench. Possibly. Me personally, I don't, because I hand tighten it myself, and I just use my hand to untighten it, the oil filter I mean. And of course you're going to need a ratchet and with a 14mm socket. Okay, so now we're not going to jack up the car, there's no need, but what we're going to do here is when we're taking off the oil filter, it's going to be in this location right here. Let me reach down here, I'll try to show you. If the engine's hot, be careful, because this heat shield here is going to be pretty hot. But what you're going to do here is you're going to reach down here, and the oil filter is right down here. So it's going to be this area right here, and it's going to be below here, just below the exhaust manifold. Now, if the exhaust is hot, you want to, of course, wait for the car to cool down a little bit. If you don't want to decide not to wait, what you can do is just put a towel and just cover it up right there, or wear a long sleeve shirt. And it's going to be a little bit hard to see, but you can feel for it, for the oil filter. It's going to be down there. I don't know if you can really see, it's kind of dark, but... So now we're under the car, and what we'll do is we'll drain the oil from the drain plug. So here's the location. Let me see, there's the wheel, and we're going to be taking out of that plug right there. So we'll just let the oil drain there for a little bit. While that's draining, we're going to try to take out the oil filter. I think it's pretty warm. It's just warm to the touch. So what you'll do is just reach down here, and you're gonna loosen the oil filter. You're gonna have to feel for it. There's gonna be a little funnel that's already built in with the car, and what it does, it'll just catch the oil from the oil filter and just drain straight down. So you want to put some sort of oil catch pan thing just to catch the oil. So what I did was, while the oil's draining out of the pan, I'm going to bring another oil pan just to catch this one from the oil filter, so I don't want to waste time waiting for one. So all you're going to do, reach down here, spin it counterclockwise once you feel for the oil filter. And here I got it loose a little bit. I'll spin it out a little bit. And I don't know if you can see here, but the oil's draining off there. Let me show you. Right there, it's dripping. It's really light, so it's almost done. So we'll wait for... So now, while we're waiting for both the oil filter and the oil pan to drain, we'll just fill up the oil filter here, the new one, with just about half of the fill half of this filter with oil, because you don't want to fill it all the way up, because when you're installing it back, it's gonna go like this. It's gonna go straight this way, and you don't want it to like all spill out. So what we'll do here is we'll just fill a little oil in here. So I filled some oil in there already, but so it's about halfway through, but you want to leave a little oil on the side there. And we'll just put a little oil near this gasket, and we'll just rub it on here. And then we're gonna install it back after we take the oil filter out. Okay, so we take the old oil filter out already. Now what we'll do is we'll put the new oil filter in. If it's your first time, it's gonna take a little bit trying to figure out like how it would go, the oil filter go in. You're gonna have to go by feel for a little bit. Once you do it for a couple of times already, and then you'll know how it goes in. But you know, just hold on here. Again, it's easier if you have like smaller arms or smaller hands, and if the this exhaust manifold is not hot. So you know, you have to kind of like feel for it a little bit. And once you get it in, you're gonna feel for like this little bolt that's coming up. I know it's really hard to explain, but just make sure when you spin it on, don't over tighten it. What I do is I'll spin it tight, but not all the way in. I'm sorry. Once you reach down there, what you want to do is you want to spin it, but don't try not to cross thread it. It is a fine thread. But once you feel it go in and you spin, it should go in real smoothly until you hit, until I guess the gasket bottoms out. So again, sorry, it's really hard to see. I don't even know if I can videotape down there. But once you feel it like it's already tight, just go maybe another like quarter turn, because you don't have to be like overly tighten it. So this one, I've already tightened it, so it's already done here. And now what we'll do is we'll just tighten back the drain plug. Now, it is recommended that you change the washer anytime you change your oil. So I put a new washer in there, and they're relatively cheap. So we're just gonna tighten it back up, and you know, just remember, you don't have to be overly tight on that. So what I do is I just get it like, I don't know, hand tight, just tighten enough, and now that's pretty much it. So we have the new oil filter in already. We tightened this drain plug. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna fill the oil.